Your background is your biggest advantage because you have a global exposure that you brought from your home and you have this resilience. So every immigrant is an entrepreneur because you are bound to take risks. From the day one, our startups and our founders need to think global and they need to create products that they can sell anywhere in the world.
We are talking about building real infrastructure for entrepreneurs who often get left out of traditional systems. The conversation will focus on immigrant founders, access to capital, and how new ecosystems are being built from the ground up.
Do not hesitate to stand up for yourself and, speak your mind. We women are really very smart and we need to take the charge.
Hello, everyone. This is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the She and Success podcast, powered by She and Success Business Magazine, a platform dedicated to highlighting the voices, strategies, and journeys of women leaders who are shaping entrepreneurship and innovation. Today's conversation explores something deeper than startup success. We are talking about building real infrastructure for entrepreneurs who often get left out of traditional systems. The conversation will focus on immigrant founders, access to capital, and how new ecosystems are being built from the ground up. Joining us today is Tehmeena A. Chaudhary, founder and president of the Canada Startup Association and founder and board director of GAIN, the Global Angel Investor Network. Through these platforms, Tehmeena has helped support hundreds of founders through mentorship, global expansion opportunities, and access to capital. The work focuses on building systems that support immigrant and underrepresented entrepreneurs across Canada and beyond. So, before further ado, let's welcome this very special woman. Tehmeena, welcome to the podcast. It's such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Kripa. A pleasure is all mine. Thank you for the opportunity.
Now, Tehmeena, many founders enter an ecosystem that already exists. Your journey looks a little different because you started Canada Startup Association from the scratch. You arrived in Canada in 2020 without a local network and, went on to build the CSA Association without relying on government funds and, any exterior support. So, the question to you is, what were some of the early setbacks that, later turned into systems that now support hundreds of founders? Go ahead.
So I came to Canada 2020 and 2021 in a sense. So when I came here, I brought my business. The plan was I will establish my business and when I came fully prepared.
Right.
I have a big business back home in Pakistan. We were doing really good and we want to expand internationally.
Mhm.
That's why I come to Canada. But when I come here, establishing our business, being an immigrant and newcomer, understanding and navigating the challenges of a new ecosystem, red tape, bureaucracy. There are so many things while raising your family, and your business is another baby. So it was all difficult. And I felt myself invisible. Even though I have all the resources, the playbook was ready for me. And that's how I realized that when you are coming to a new country as an immigrant or as an underrepresented founder, you need much more than the capital
Mm.
access. You need a community around you.
Mm.
And that's how Canada Startup Association came into being because I wanted to build something that I was never had or I was not able to find. There are
Mm.
amazing infrastructure, there are amazing resources. And that's why with Canada Startup Association, we act as a bridge builder.
Yeah.
What we do, we tap into the resources that are already had.
Mm.
I have seen that people, organization work in silos. So we come with a collaborative approach. And now we work with other organizations and building this ecosystem.
Wow. This is so inspirational because I've known Canada startup journeys firsthand, and I can, vouch for it that with the dedication and the trust that you guys have built across years through your, utmost dedication, kudos to everything that you've achieved. And, I and the entire team of She and Success are so, so proud of what you've done, Tarina.
Thank you so much, Kripa. And these are the, and all this is happened because of the allies like you who believe in us early and who trust us with our intention. And honestly, I have been asked this question a lot of times. What is in it for me? Why we are doing this? And often when I was meeting with a first time founder or an immigrant founder who reach out to us or who refer to us, they always ask, who is funding this? What is in it for you?
Right.
And I always say, we just want to help without any strings attached.
Right, because
So
everyone assumes there's this secret agenda, so to say, right?
exactly, we are not selling anything. We are just trying to help you. And honestly, we will be turning 3 years soon. And the journey is, I sometimes amaze myself that what have been we achieved, how many allies and collaborations we have done. We were able to take 5+ international delegation. We have took 35 startups to different parts of the world. We have mentored 500 plus startups, 35 plus partnerships. So there is a lot of work, and it's not our success. It's the success of all the ecosystem that come together to support the immigrant and underrepresented founders.
Beautifully answered again. I think that perspective is powerful because it shows that sometimes the biggest gaps in the system become the blueprint for building something entirely new. That's amazing. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest advantages Canada may not be fully leveraging yet. And that is, let's see. Immigrant entrepreneurs drive a large percentage of new business creations in Canada, yet many still face a lot of barriers when it comes to funding and connections. From the work happening inside Canada Startup Association, Tehmina, what are the biggest structural gaps that still exist from an immigrant founder's perspective?
So this is the main problem and the core ideology that which we want to develop. So just like I shared earlier, as an immigrant founder, as an underrepresented founder, as a newcomer to the country, you are navigating a lot of challenges. What happens that especially when it comes to the funding,
Yeah.
people want to invest in the people they already know.
Right.
When you know someone from your school, you know someone from your family friend, and they are coming. So that's how your connection and network starts building. But when you are new to a country, so you have a lot of experience back home. You leave your network back home, and you are very new into the ecosystem, and you are just trying to understand how things work. So that is the biggest challenge that happens with any immigrant founder. But what I say and what we believe in with Canada Startup Association, that your background and your background is your biggest advantage. Basically, your disadvantage is your biggest advantage, because this is your strength, because you have a global exposure that you brought from your home, and you have this resilience. So every immigrant is an entrepreneur because you are bound to take risk. You are resilient. So these are the gaps that we see in the ecosystem, that you people don't know you don't have a network here. And sometimes, just like I say, I felt invisible. So when are you so getting seat at the table is really difficult.
Yeah.
So what we do with Canada Startup Association, we make warm introductions. We provide them a safe space. We provide them a platform where they can interact with with the people like them. So they are not alone.
Yeah.
They are not alone. They are not alone building. There are other people who are also building with them.
Yeah.
So we are building similar things. Uh, they can share the same challenges. They can connect with them, and that's how we were able to have now 1900 plus startups under our platform and under CSA community, and it's growing daily basis.
Wow. Again, one of the most amazing things about Canada Startup Association is that if you get introduced to any of their team members, you will not leave the table empty handed, because they're going to give you so much exposure, so much of their own experience they're going to share with you, just like any friend would do. So I can say CSA is your home away from home when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much. Yeah, there is no gatekeeping. There is
Right.
no gatekeeping. We are always available. We are a very small team, but we all work with passion and compassion, and we understand how it feels.
Right. So definitely, it is interesting because innovation often comes from diverse experiences. Yet many founders with those experiences are still operating outside the traditional funding circle. That leads naturally into another important area of your work, which is access to capital. Now, GAIN, the Global Angel Investor Network, is designed to connect underrepresented founders with cross border investment opportunities. So, Temina, go ahead and please explain to our listeners that how is this model different from traditional angel networking that tends to operate within limited regional circles?
So again, it comes to the underrepresented immigrant founders, and there is a big funding gap in Canada.
Mm.
If we compare to the peer cities, our neighbors,
Mm.
we are a way behind because Canadians don't take risk on early stage investments. They don't take risk at the early stage. And again, it's the same problem happens. So when we are working with the immigrant founders and we are opening new markets for them and working with our global partners, one thing keep coming back. That was our immigrant founders was looking for funding, and what we have seen, what has been happening, the founders looking to the neighboring countries, to the south, and they never came back. And our IP also left. So our focus was always when we are opening the markets that the IP will remain in Canada. And that's how we see that there is a big appetite from the international investors who want to invest in Canadian companies, but they are looking for a platform where they can, again, because they also want to invest in Canadian companies, but they were looking for a platform. They were looking for trusted partners.
Mm.
And with CSA, we were able to make some international collaborations, partnerships. So that's how gain came into being, because there's a big appetite, and we have amazing angel networks. And again, here we are coming with a collaborative approach. Gain will not be working in silos. We are partnering with other angel networks,
Mm.
funds, and we are all coming together under Gain platform, inviting global investors to come and see our ecosystem, participate in our investor meetings, and invest in Canadian startups. And with Gain in Canada Startup Association and our flagship event, GAS Summit. So this year we are not only inviting Canadian investors, founders, we are also inviting inbound trade delegations. We have delegations coming from Vietnam and some other countries who will come and interact with Canadian companies. Canadian companies can sell their products to them, they can collaborate, they can do joint venture. And at the same time, we will be doing a pitch competition sponsored by Gain during Agas. And we are inviting some global investors also to come and see the live pitch from our Canadian founders.
Wow, that's, a beautiful perspective, and definitely we can't wait for Agas to happen. That's a beautiful strategy, Tehmina. Looking outward rather than inward seems to open an entirely new pathway for founders who may not otherwise, get access to capital. Beyond funding, another theme in your work is building real systems for founders rather than simply offering motivation. You often talk about building infrastructure instead of, just inspiration for entrepreneurs. Does that actually mean, in practical terms, for founders who are trying to build businesses today? What does it mean for them?
See, Kripa, the world we are living in, everything has changed with AI. So now we have to match the speed of innovation. Previously, That startup that has spent like a year on their MVP, building a coding. So it's all gone now. So, we are seeing $1 million, multi-million dollar companies with just two co-founders,
Mm.
using AI. So that's why having the right mindset, having a playbook, and be adaptable. What is happening around you is very important. And with Canada Startup Association, what we have just built, we are building our own platform, and we have created a product for our startups because, again, what was been happening, startups are coming, we are doing mentor, we have amazing mentors with us. But again, they are asking the same questions again and again.
Yeah.
So we are building this product that is almost ready under Canada Startup Association, and we have developed a traffic signal model. Okay, you are MVP ready. Are you ready to go for funding? Or this is the right time to find the traction. It is the right time to run pilot program with a few of your idea, ICP means ideal customer, finding your ICPs. This is very important. I want to repeat that because, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So with Canada Startup Association, we have built an amazing product for our startup founders because the startups, when we are mentoring them, they keep coming back with the same questions. And even though when the mentors are giving them a playbook, they have giving them a kind of a homework to do that, they were not ready. They were not understanding. And sometimes what happened, they have a MVP ready and they just go too early to raise funding. Or sometimes they spend so much time in the lab building the product, the time has passed for to go to the investor. So with this product, what we are building for Canada Startup Association, we have created a traffic signal model where we will be guiding the startups that, okay, this is the right time that you should go and meet with an investor. Or if you are building this pitch deck, these are the problem with your pitch deck. And it's all supported by AI and my 20 years plus of experience, and amazing mentors that we have. So we are building this product and platform where we will be providing a complete and comprehensive playbook to our startups to be global ready. Because Canadian market is amazing, but we are just 40 million people.
Yeah.
So from the day one, our startups and our founders need to think global, and they need to create product that they can sell anywhere in the world.
Wow, I absolutely love the vision behind this. It's very ambitious, Tehmina. That approach, shifts the conversation from just mere motivation to tangible outcomes, tangible systems that can actually help founders grow. So, CSA is definitely your first stop as an entrepreneur if you are coming to Canada. Uh, that's amazing. Tehmina, before we move towards the closing, um, I'd love to understand uh, as a women entrepreneur here in Canada, is there any special barrier that you felt that wouldn't be there if not for this gender? I understand you mentioned in the beginning that when you arrived here, you felt not seen. So was that a little because of too many men being in the room while very less women representation? What do you have to say about that?
I don't see that. But you know what was for my surprise was because when I came from Pakistan, it's a third world country, it's a patriarchy society, and I have high expectations when I was coming to Canada that, okay, we will be having the seat at the table and it was open to women. But unfortunately, when I came here, I see the same barriers that, we have to work hard. Uh, Tries as any man, I see the gender equity gap here. We don't see the equal pay. And again, how many CEOs we see at the biggest organizations. So same barriers definitely is much better, but it's still there's a lot of work that is required to do because I see the same problems that when a woman, mansplaining. So when a woman is talking, we need to look good first, then we need to talk after, things like that. So it's here as well, even though
It's a
this is,
global phenomenon.
yeah. So no matter you are in Pakistan, Vietnam, or in Canada, it's same. So
Right.
these are the barriers that we really need to change. And I have a daughter who's turning 18, and all I want for her is a better, equitable world.
Wow, that's beautiful. Before we let you go, Tehmina, if there's one special message for all the lovely women who are listening to you right now, watching you right now for inspiration, what would you tell them?
Don't forget, don't fear to ask. Honestly, don't fear to ask. Uh, do not hesitate to stand up for yourself and, speak your mind. Speak your mind. We women are really very smart. There is no doubt about it. And we need to take the charge. That's important.
Wow, so believing in yourself should be the first step. That is a powerful reminder, Tahmina, that real progress starts when you will start believing in yourself first, then the world will believe in you. That was Tahmina A. Chaudhary for you guys. Thank you so much, Tahmina. It has
Thank
been
you,
such a
Kripa.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right, that was Tahmina A. Chaudhary, founder of the Canada Startup Association and GAIN, Global Angel Investor Network. A conversation about building entrepreneurial infrastructure, expanding access to capital, and creating new pathways for founders who are often overlooked. To all the listeners, thank you so much for tuning into the She and Success podcast, powered by She and Success Business Magazine. Be sure to subscribe for more conversations with leaders who are shaping the future of entrepreneurship. And a big thank you to our partner, Purolator, for supporting women entrepreneurs across Canada. For more insights, resources, stories of women leaders across Canada, visit sheandsuccess.ca. See you guys in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.